What's up, everyone? Justin here. SmackDown after WrestleMania reaction. Doesn't feel like a big show. Doesn't feel like a WrestleMania yet. Or doesn't feel like a SmackDown after WrestleMania yet type show. But now it fucking does, because Walter, I will not call him that other stupid name. He's Walter to me. He's in a red trench coat, red long jacket. I don't know why it has to be red. That's like Monday Night Raw colors. That is Raw colors. He should have a blue jacket. But whatever, he's taking on a job guy. He's gonna squash him. Joe Alfonso or something. Walter's SmackDown main roster debut. He's in red tights also. Red and black tights. Walter's in great shape. He got ripped. He's awesome. Big chop. Oh! He has a guy in the corner. Just punishing him. Alonzo. Joe Alonzo. You're a dead man. You're getting destroyed. Big boot by Walter.
I mentioned the no soul thing. I've never seen this dude with a smile on his face.
Sadly, he lost to Steiner on Tuesday on NXT for the NXT title, but so what? That's NXT, not the main roster. Plus, you had to make Steiner look strong as a champ again. I think Braun Steiner is coming to the main roster this year. Next year. I could see him in next year's Rumble. By the way, Martel Bartel, one half of Imperium's with Walter outside. Fabian what's his name? Fabian Eichner. He's staying on NXT, the bald guy. Walter picks him up. Big, strong power slam. The body slam. If you haven't watched Walter in NXT UK or NXT, you missed out. Big chop. The fans in my hometown chanting Walter. Here comes the powerbomb. It's over. Of course, he wins over a jobber. It's been a long time since SmackDown's had a squash matchup. It feels like it's been forever. I don't mind it. Those chops. My God. This did not show how good Walter is because he beat a job guy, but seriously. I don't like his new theme music, but who cares? I'll get used to it. Anyways, Walter wins his SmackDown main roster debut. That's actually good booking. Just make him look strong against job guys. Have him do that, I don't know, for a couple weeks. Here's Raquel Gonzalez, another debut.
SmackDown. Well, do you have a message for the SmackDown locker room?
Raquel Rodriguez. They had to change her name.
Locker rooms in the entire WWE.
She looks like a fucking giant next to Kayla.
Need a minute.
Who is this? Somebody's interrupting Raquel. It's Garza and Humberto.
Rodriguez. Allow me to introduce ourselves. I am Humberto. And I'm Angel, better known as the Lethal Lovers, Los Navarros. Welcome to SmackDown. And as is tradition, we would like to welcome you with a kiss.
So they want to give her a double kiss.
De ninguna manera. Not a chance.
You lost.
Oh.
She stops him. Says
Are those
no.
guys always this annoying?
Sorry, players. Hey, Raquel ain't here to get kissed.
So Raquel Rodriguez is on SmackDown. Raquel Gonzalez, former NXT Women's Champ, former NXT Women's Tag Champion. I think twice. Anyways, no wonder why Raquel and Dakota lost their tag titles on Tuesday so quick, because she's caught up. That's good. That's 3 good call-ups. Martel Bartel, Walter, Raquel. Those are 3 really good talents. Of course, Walter's the best of them. And seriously, if you haven't seen Walter in NXT UK takeovers, on NXT UK takeovers, take on guys like, geez, what's his name? Not Pete. Well, he did take on Pete Dunne, Walter, at one point. They had a great match. I think at a takeover Chicago. What's the other goddamn guy's name? He's part of Mustache Mountain. I can't think of his name. I just forget his name. I just forgot his name. I apologize. Let me look it up here. I'll be back in a second. Yeah, so the guy's name is Tyler Bate. I forgot his name because, I don't know, I haven't watched his matches in a while. But Tyler Bate, great worker, great wrestler in NXT. He's part of NXT UK. I think they're the tag champs now, Mustache Mountain. Anyways, Walter and NXT UK had classics, main event matches with Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne, Dragunov. Just great matches from Walter. So watch his stuff. Watch his matches. They're all over Peacock if you haven't seen them before. So Walter makes his SmackDown main roster debut. Also Raquel Gonzalez. Who else is going to show up? Lacey Evans, Asuka, Bayley, who knows? So they're showing Pat McAfee highlights from his WrestleMania match against Austin Theory, where he won and then he lost his second WrestleMania match ever. He lost to the boss, Vince. Vince didn't need to win, but it did set up a lot of boos and a lot of heat for the glass breaking. And Stone Cold Steve Austin, what a fucking reaction, the biggest reaction of WrestleMania. Stone Cold got. Theory took a great stunner, jumped in the air. He got so high, he was above the top rope. His legs got above the damn top rope, and Vince. Vince took the worst. They just showed him. They didn't show how bad he landed on his legs. They shot from a different angle. They just showed his head getting snapped back and him falling backwards, but it was hilarious. Vince took the worst stunner of all time, but that's nothing new. He always took bad stunners. Actually, I disagree. The worst stunner I've ever seen was Donald Trump. He took the worst. Looked like shit.
We still hungover, but a childhood dream come true, and I'll think about that for the rest of my life. Congratulations, Pat. It was an incredible
WrestleMania
Sunday. Well, listen, another superstar.
So great, Pat. What you did, man. Round of applause for your WrestleMania debut. It was great. Fucking great.
It's the first chapter.
So Roman's coming out soon, or maybe not. But Lacey Evans is here.
I was born in a small town in Fannin County, Georgia. My father worked construction, and my mother was a young mom of 5. life from the very beginning was a little bit rough.
So they're telling
my father suffered from mental health and addiction problems.
Lacey Evans telling a real life story growing up where she became homeless and was homeless for a while. Had a drug addicted mother, I think.
And the emotional abuse, the mental abuse, it got too much for not only my mom to take, but for her to watch. And before I could even start elementary school, I was taken away from everything that I knew.
Man, she had a bad,
my mother loaded all of our stuff up.
Horrible, hard upbringing. A million times worse than mine was.
Picked us all up from school, and we left without my dad knowing.
Lacey, getting emotional. This is real shit.
And campgrounds pretty much for the rest of my life.
She's not scripted, what they told her to say. She's getting emotional.
Around as much as I had to do, it made me learn that either I could adapt and overcome.
Oh, she looks great. By the way, she looks damn good. Damn attractive woman. Damn good looking woman.
You see, I may not have the same straight shot to stardom that these other female superstars have been blessed.
She's wearing like a one-piece bathing suit with army pants, camouflage pants, and damn, she looks good.
Has made me the woman that I am today.
Showing pics of her as a Marine, and then a single mother. Or not a single mother, but
sister,
she had a kid.
United States Marine, and WWE superstar.
Fucking, she was a Marine. Gotta be damn tough to do that.
But they damn sure ain't better than me.
The story of Lacey Evans.
That was great.
Next week.
Lacey Evans with a real unscripted emotional promo telling her story, how she grew up, and that because she's a Marine and is a WWE superstar, I believe she said that does not make me better than anybody else. That's just her story. Now we get Sasha Banks, Liv Morgan. I will react to it next.
WWE Women's Tag Team Championship this past WrestleMania Sunday in an incredible fatal four-way match. And tonight, Friday night, SmackDown on Fox is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. On Monday night on Raw, Sasha and Naomi have their first title defense against Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. Tonight, Sasha goes one-on-one with Liv Morgan, and it's next.
Sasha, Liv, one-on-one next, I guess, to build up hype for the tag title match on Monday. And then after that we get Roman. And to hear from Roman on what's next, who's going to be his next challenger, I believe Cody will come out.
Never easy to lose that.
Showing Rhea walk out on Liv. It's obvious, I think. Rhea's going to leave and turn on Liv on Monday during the tag title match. It's been rumored. Good God, Liv Morgan, you're smoking.
Team partner Rhea Ripley have a match with Sasha Banks and Naomi for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships this Monday on Raw.
I came here to beat Sasha Banks. Megan, if I beat Sasha...
I should have went to this SmackDown. The price of admission, whatever it would have been well worth it to see Liv live. My God, she's a drop-dead gorgeous woman. I've always been a fan of Liv. Ever since I saw her in NXT, Black and Gold. Here comes Liv against Sasha. It would be nice to have Liv win, finally. She never wins.
New Jersey, Liv Morgan!
On this coming Monday night on Raw, live from Detroit, Michigan, Liv Morgan is...
Pathetic reaction from my hometown, Milwaukee. What the fuck? If I was there, I'd be screaming, cheering like crazy for Liv.
Banks and Morgan, Naomi joining us here on commentary. First off, congratulations, Naomi.
And look at Liv. She says, watch her. Watch me. I can't keep my eyes off of her when she shows up. Naomi on commentary with both tag titles.
A little louder for the people in the back, Cole. Hell of an accomplishment.
Naomi looks good too, and Sasha, but Liv is my favorite.
Title is aspirations, though.
Not favorite wrestler. I'm talking about looks-wise. My guy, she gorgeous. She's a good wrestler too. Not putting her down as a wrestler, not at all. Just saying, in my opinion, Liv is the most attractive woman in the WWE, and probably Sonya Deville after that, to me.
Spoke with her earlier today, Naomi. She talks a lot about how you have been with her since her start.
Liv with a counter.
WWE. She credits you with a lot.
Pushes Sasha into the turnbuckle. That
Yeah,
was
we had an
kind of
instant friendship
sloppy.
and bond from the beginning.
Big missile drop kick from Liv
One hell of a performance.
to the boss.
I admired that about her.
And Morgan fired up as well. Liv Morgan, perhaps one of the most improved superstars in WWE, but that backstabber drops Morgan outside the ring. Banks in control on SmackDown.
Why is I don't hear Pat McAfee anymore? As they go to another break, where's Rhea Ripley? Why is she not by Liv's side? That's kind of weird. But anyways, it's been rumored Rhea's gonna join Edge and Damian Priest in a faction. I don't know if that's true. I don't believe it till it happens. Because they never, WWE like never ever ever hardly ever puts women's in factions on the main roster. I can't think of any except China, a part of DX. That's it. They never made a female NWO. Never did a 4 horsewomen on the main roster. And they should have by now. They should have teamed up Becky, Charlotte, Bayley, Sasha, probably years ago on the main roster. Should have called them all up together. But that's not where they went with it. And what do you know, the 4 horsewomen on the main roster didn't need to be together. They're all talented enough. They all got over and are major fucking single stars on their own. Now they're putting Sasha in a tag team. It's kind of stupid, but at least she has some girls getting a lot of TV time. Again, Bayley's a star by herself. Becky's a major star. Charlotte is a major star. But I'm a bit surprised. I guess they did have an all-woman, or they did have a woman's faction, I guess. Team Bad and Team P, what the hell is it called? PCS? I don't know. There's Paige, I don't remember. It's Paige with Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Also Riot Squad. But I'm talking about putting a woman in a faction with guys. Hasn't been done. Except for China with DX. I'll be back when SmackDown Live Sasha is back.
Sasha's tag team partner, one out the tag team champions, Naomi, with us at ringside on commentary. Sasha and Naomi defend the tag titles against Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. Monday night on Raw. Rhea not here tonight. Frog splash to Morgan. Cover by Banks for the win. Morgan kicks it too. Naomi, very emotional night this past WrestleMania Sunday when you and Sasha won the tag team titles. You guys were on the verge of tears.
Oh man, it was hard to hold those tears back. Even being here is all
wait a minute, Naomi. Another team that has been challenging, part of that fatal 4-way this past Sunday, Shayna Baszler and Natalya. Oh, and a step up in Zaguri.
I wonder if Shayna and Natalya were watching to pay their respects to the boss and Naomi for becoming champs this week.
They ain't paying no respect. They plotting and scheming on how they gonna get us. But
It showed
ready.
Shayna and Natalya backstage.
Oh, and Liv Morgan dropped.
Natalya posted a lot of pics of Corey Graves and Carmella's wedding. I think it was on Thursday, I believe.
Morgan as well, shoulders down. Sasha.
And my God, Natalya looked great at the wedding. Renee Bouquet, her real name. Renee looked great. Natalya looked great. Bailey looked great. Sonya, Liv, all looked fucking great at the wedding. The guys in the picture, I didn't care. I don't care how they looked.
Been working at the dungeon, getting better every week.
Moxley did show up in street clothes and a Cincinnati Bengals shirt and a fanny pack. That was pretty damn hilarious. He didn't care to dress up at all.
Continue to look on.
Shayna just cut those cards one-handed. The Queen of Spades has to be befuddled.
And the fact that Liv is hanging out with Sasha showing that
Crowd is standing
on the top level in there with the belt.
in the first couple rows, standing for Liv and Sasha.
On Liv Morgan's side.
Here we are.
And now Banks looking to rally. Sasha looking for the
Come on, Liv. Give Liv the win. Fucking creative. Give her the win. She never gets the win. Ever. Hardly. Still, Liv has yet to be a champion in WWE.
Morgan into the corner, face first into the turnbuckle.
The blueprint turning things around.
Double knees to the chest of Liv.
Sasha Banks. Look at Morgan though.
Liv runs, chases Sasha down, knees her in the face. Throws her down.
5-star.
Sasha.
Pat McAfee's back, talking. I don't know where he went.
Now Banks.
You see a superplex off the second rope from the boss.
Sasha Banks, superplex.
Three amigos, counter, small package, Liv wins.
Massive win by Liv Morgan. You can make an argument it may be the biggest win of her career.
I don't think it's an argument, sir. I think that's a fact.
Monday night on Raw, Sasha and Naomi need to regroup quickly. In Detroit, they defend the tag titles against Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley.
Congrats to Liv.
Take it back, ladies and gentlemen.
Liv wins it. I'll be back for whatever Roman has to say. Hopefully someone interrupts him to challenge him for Backlash. I want to find out who the hell Roman is going to face next. It's not going to be Brock. It's not going to be Drew. There's not many top guys on SmackDown anyways to take on Roman. Drew, Nakamura, Brock. Brock's gone. Poor Rick Boobs. The guy tore his, ripped his tendon off the bone. His quad. He tore his quad. I think both of them. I'm not sure, but a nasty, vicious injury. Rick Boobs. Crowds on their feet. For the one, the undisputed champ. Acknowledge him. Roman Reigns is here.
The sky all over Wisconsin right now.
For a record-setting 587 days, Roman Reigns has been Universal Champion. He has now been the undisputed WWE Universal Champion for 5 nights. The Bloodline is here on SmackDown.
Please welcome Paul Heyman, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, and the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
While the Usos have been SmackDown Tag Champs for a record-setting 263 days.
As Paul Heyman said Monday, Roman's the biggest drawing champ, the biggest box office star, champion in WWE history. He's not wrong, because WrestleMania 38 in Dallas, 2 nights, drew the most money ever for a WrestleMania event at the gate. Merchandise sales for 2 days. That probably broke records. My God. And they said, WWE said they had 1 billion views on Peacock and the internet about WrestleMania. Or 1 billion people, I don't know, interacted or somehow with searching WrestleMania, or looking at WrestleMania pictures on Instagram or YouTube views. Anyways, they said they had 1 billion people check out WrestleMania. That's what I heard. Not on Peacock, but on Instagram and YouTube and Peacock and Twitter. And probably Facebook. I never go on Facebook. I hate it. But Paul Heyman was not wrong. Brock is, you could say, not Brock, Roman, you could say, is the highest drawing champion of all time. Broke records. The amount of money WWE made, and Roman was in the main event for it. So he does deserve some credit, but not all. The ticket prices, I'm sure, for the first couple front rows were outrageous. I don't know the prices for the front row. Probably $1,800 or something. But the rest of the tickets, I believe, were pretty sweet, good deals. You could buy 2 for 1. Buy 1 ticket, get 1 free. A lot of them, because they couldn't draw 100,000. They said both nights were 77,000. I don't care if they lied. Who cares? I'm sure they still drew over 60,000 each night or more. That's over 120,000 fucking people for wrestling shows. For 2 wrestling shows combined. Over 120,000 fans. I don't care if they were the same fans. They still paid and bought tickets. So, yeah, WWE's on fire. Making the most money they ever made before. And for the next TV contracts, I'm sure they'll get offered a ton of money again. From NBC, Universal, USA Network, and I don't know if Fox still wants them. Probably. But seriously, if Fox doesn't want SmackDown anymore, doesn't want to pay $1 billion or $500 million, WWE could go to ESPN, Disney Plus for SmackDown, or they could go back to USA. Or WWE, I bet you could get an offer from Amazon and be put on Prime for SmackDown, get paid a ton. So even if Fox drops them, I'm talking because the damn commercial's on. Even if Fox decides to not renew the contract, WWE won't have a problem getting a new one. Because cable networks and streaming services need content. They want weekly live content. And WWE's weekly and live 52 weeks of the year. So they'll get a sweet-ass contract whenever their USA and Fox deals are up. I think 2023 they're up. Or 2024. So, what the hell? Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn next week? I thought we just fucking saw them in a match. Why again? Intercontinental title next week. I don't give a fuck. Ricochet against Jinder. Hopefully Ricochet wins, because Jinder doesn't need a title ever again. Please, God, no. Let's hear from Paul Heyman, I think. He has a mic. Is he going to hand it to Roman? I don't know, but I'm here to listen. Here to listen to my tribal chief. Will Cody come out? I hope somebody interrupts him. That is not Brock. I love Brock, but I don't want to see Brock Roman again.
Milwaukee!
My hometown.
Acknowledge me.
Everybody stands. I think everybody stood. Some are sitting because they're lazy fucks. And so a lot of people in Milwaukee weigh about 400 pounds. Trust me, I've seen them.
Let y'all in. I want to share something private that...
A lot of ugly people in Milwaukee and really, really obese. Trust me, I've seen them.
It pains me to say this, but SmackDown in the Universal Championship, it wasn't enough. So I went to WrestleMania and
Paul Heyman's so happy, smile on his face, both titles on his chest, across his shoulders. Paul Heyman, one of the greatest managers of all time. Seriously, now he's a manager, advocate, agent of the undisputed WWE champ. Paul Heyman is his manager. Bobby Heenan was never a manager of the undisputed WWE champ or Jim Cornette, and I love those two guys. But when it's all said and done, I think Paul Heyman will be known as the greatest manager ever. Because the guy's still doing it after over 30 years. He's still on TV, top of his game at cutting promos. Paul Heyman is a wrestling promo god. Paul Heyman is a treasure to WWE and pro wrestling.
But the only thing that I really saw was...
Yeah, Heyman was a bad businessman. Over 20 years ago, ECW went out of business because how he managed it, but that was not his fault all the way. It was not. Cable companies owed ECW over $2 million in pay-per-view revenue, and they never paid. They never paid up. I don't know how they got away with that.
Take you to heights that you never knew. I told you we was going to put you up. We was going to show you.
Roman talking to Jey Uso.
There's only one way to do that. It's time that we unify the tag team championships as well.
Oh, really? I like that idea.
I want y'all to go to Raw, and I want y'all to bring me those Raw tag team championships. I want you to go and get those for yourselves, because when you get them for yourselves, you won't get them for our bloodline, you understand? Is that a deal?
What about the Intercontinental U.S. title, Roman? You're going to want those too?
Well, there you have it. The bloodline's going to have all the gold soon.
Nakamura? Really? Nakamura is going to challenge Roman.
Shinsuke Nakamura, who we last saw.
Not Cody. I'm kind of shocked. Cody was supposed to be on SmackDown, but he's probably working a dark match. That's why Cody's there. He's not going to appear on the show. Nakamura is. I knew it. Either Drew or Nakamura to challenge Roman next, in my opinion. Pat McAfee going nuts.
Bloodline does not look happy.
Nakamura is still over. Super over.
He's happy though.
over as fuck. Listen to the crowd. They love Nakamura.
You don't have to say nothing. Your tribal chief understands how you feel, Shin. You see, Shin lost his partner. You know the guy, Rick Boots. And I get that. Jay, you understand that, right? We lost Jimmy to a knee injury for
Nakamura, Roman at Backlash? Book it right now. I want to see that.
I should have tribal chief.
Naka's not going to win, but it'll be a good main event for a pay-per-view.
Since we have all the gold now, the island of relevancy, this is a place of love, man. Oh. So please, let me help you. Let me give you some of this bloodline love. Come on.
Roman's going to attack. Roman hugs Nakamura. He says he's giving him some bloodline love. Nakamura's confused. Double super kick from the Usos. Poor Nakamura has no tag partner. Is Cody gonna come out? Maybe. Nope. No Cody. SmackDown ending. Usos, in my opinion, one of the best teams in the world today. They're up there with FTR. And the Briscoes a damn good team too. Roman wants the Usos Monday night to go to Raw in Detroit and get the Raw tag titles, bring them to SmackDown and unify them to be undisputed tag champs. So he hugged Nakamura to distract him and double super kick.
Super kick party to the face. The bloodline is coming after all the gold. Paul Heyman has called them the most dominant faction in the history of WWE. And who's going to argue?
Ain't nobody can say nothing, especially after what they've accomplished, the titles they hold, and the way they carry themselves. Anybody can get it, even a grieving Shinsuke Nakamura. We miss you, Boots, and Shinsuke misses you more, especially in this exact moment.
Up next for the Usos, undisputed tag team gold to follow in the footsteps of the head of the table, Roman Reigns.
SmackDown, hope you enjoyed this long SmackDown after WrestleMania reaction from my hometown, Milwaukee.